Hello and welcome to the Middle School Bookmarkers Super Quick Book Preview Show. This episode we're checking out Bud Not Buddy by Christopher Paul Curtis. Let's give it a preview and see if you want to read it. We are jumping into Chapter 2 for our passage preview. There comes a time when you're losing a fight that it just doesn't make sense to keep on fighting. It's not that you're being a quitter, it's just that you've got the sense to know when enough is enough. I was having this thought because Todd Amos was hitting me so hard and fast that I knew that the blood squirting out of my nose was only the beginning of a long list of bad things that were about to happen to me. Todd's next punch crashed into the side of my ear and I fell on the floor and pulled my knees up to my chest and crossed my arms in front of my head like a turtle in a shell. I started scooching toward the bed, hoping I could get under it. Todd started kicking me, but his slippers couldn't hurt near as much as his fist had. The bedroom door opened and his mother, Mrs. Amos, came in. It seemed like she was having a hard time figuring out what was going on because Todd's right leg got tired from kicking me and he switched over to his left one while she watched. Finally, Mrs. Amos said kind of soft, "Toddy?" Todd looked up, fell on his knees, and put his hands on his throat. He started huffing and puffing with his eyes bucking out of his head and his chest going up and down so hard that it looked like some kind of big animal was inside of him trying to bust out. This was my chance to get under the bed and pull the covers down so they couldn't see me. Mrs. Amos ran over to her son and fell on her knees. She put her arms around his shoulders. Toddy boy, are you all right?" She looked over to where I was peeking from under the bed. "You little cur, what have you done to Toddy?" Todd coughed out, "Oh, Mother." He took in 2 jumbo breaths. "I was only trying to help." He was sounding like a horse who had been run too hard in the winter. And look what it's gotten me." Todd pointed to his jaw, and Mrs. Amos and me could both see a perfect print in the shape of my hand welted up on Todd's blubbery cheek. With one quick snatch, she had me from under the bed and out on the floor, laying down next to Todd. "How dare you? This is how you choose to repay me? Not only have you struck him, you have provoked his asthma." Todd said, "I just tried to waken him to make sure he'd gone to the lavatory, Mother. I was just trying to help." He aimed his finger dead at me and said, "And look at him, Mother. This one's got bedwetter written all over him." I'm not bragging when I say I'm one of the best liars in the world, but I gotta tell you, Todd was pretty doggone good. And that'll wrap up our passage preview. Let's take a look at some reviews and other info. We see on Amazon that this has 5,200 ratings and 4.5 out of 5 stars. They say it's good for ages 10-11, grades 5-6-ish. Common Sense Media rates this book a 4 out of 5 stars, and they say it's appropriate for ages 9+. I'm about to read the back of the book blurb, but first, if you're enjoying this book preview, could you hit like and subscribe and whatever other good stuff YouTube throws down there? Maybe share this channel with a teacher or a friend or a librarian. I want to pair as many kids with books that they want to read as possible, and you can help me out with that. And here is our back of the book summary blurb. It's 1936 in Flint, Michigan. Times may be hard, and 10-year-old Bud may be a motherless boy on the run, but Bud's got a few things going for him. 1, he has a suitcase full of special things. 2, he's the author of Bud Caldwell's Rules and Things for Having a Funner Life and Making a Better Liar Out of Yourself. 3, his mama never told him who his father was, but she left a clue. Flyers advertising Herman E. Calloway and his famous band, the Dusky Devastators of the Depression. Bud's got an idea that those flyers will lead him to his father. Once he decides to hit the road to find this mystery man, nothing can stop him. Not hunger, not fear, not vampires, not even Herman E. Calloway himself. Bud Not Buddy by Christopher Paul Curtis is an adventure book. It's historical fiction and ends up being a lot about music. The audiobook is 5 hours and 15 minutes and it is 288 pages long. All right, let's wrap this baby up. Moment of truth, is this book for you? If not, head on over to the Middle School Bookmarkers YouTube channel where you can see our growing library of book previews and other content. Thank you so much for checking out this book with me. Hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I hope you find a book you want to read.